Let's talk about ways to stay safe in summer football practice. I'm Dr. David, orthopedic surgeon, sports medicine specialist, and author of the book, That's Gotta Hurt, The Injuries That Changed Sports Forever. I provide education, information, and commentary on all sorts of sports and exercise, injuries, injury treatments, and injury prevention for athletes and active people so that you can stay healthy and perform your best. As we enter August and football practices start across the country, it's hotter and more humid than ever. So it can be really dangerous for these high school and college kids playing football, and even younger age kids as well. We've got to do what we can to prevent exertional heat stroke. There's an entire chapter in my book about this, and it's critically important because in the United States, a number of kids will die this year of exertional heat stroke, and it's largely preventable. Now, there's a few things that the teams and the schools can do. You've heard me preach about this forever, but the teams and schools should have athletic trainers to monitor the environmental conditions, basically do the wet globe bulb temperature or wet bulb globe temperature. They can do the checking for athletes. They can do on-site treatment if an athlete starts to experience heat illness or even heat stroke, which is critically important to saving the life of some of these kids. Plus, coaches shouldn't use exercise as a punishment, especially in this heat and humidity. It's not the time to push kids harder and try to make them pass out, but just because they ran a play wrong or did something wrong. This is about safety early in the year. Now, let's turn the focus to the athletes and maybe the parents. Okay, hopefully kids, you come to practice in shape. Hopefully you got in shape earlier this summer. Maybe a little late to try to get in shape now, but we know high school football players come to, basically the beginning of camp out of shape all the time. I hope also you spent earlier this summer getting used to the conditions, essentially acclimating to the heat and the humidity. But even if you did or didn't, you still need to do that as it pertains to football practice. Gradually increase your exposure to the heat and humidity slowly. So the teams maybe do a little bit outside, but some of the workout indoors, maybe in the school's gym. A lot of states have acclimatization guidelines where it dictates how long the practices can be. Can you do 2-a-days and when can you start it? Can you wear pads? What can you wear as far as uniforms go? And it's basically designed to gradually increase your exposure to the heat safely. Because once your body gets used to those conditions, then you're a lot less likely to have a problem. The vast majority of cases of exertional heat stroke occur in the first few days of practice, if not the first day of practice. So we've got to be really careful about it. Now, some others. Make sure you hydrate. And it's hard to know how much body weight you lose in sweat within any couple of hour practice. So weigh yourself before practice and then weigh yourself again after practice to see how much fluid you lost. And then drink throughout the day, not just before and during practice, but little bits of time all throughout the day. That, I think, is really important. Another thing, wear light, loose-fitting clothing if you absolutely can. Talk to your coaches, see if you need to wear the shells and the pads and all that, but light, loose-fitting clothing that gets the moisture, the sweat away from your body, bringing some of that body heat out of your system. Couple others. You have to tell people if you're starting to not feel good. Be it you're sweating too much and you're getting dizzy, or you're starting to get nauseated, or whatever it is, definitely tell somebody. This is not a badge of honor. Better to be safe and be back on the field later that day or the next day than to be in the hospital or worse. So definitely tell somebody. And along the same lines, because exertional heat stroke, once it gets to that phase, you're sort of out of it and you have really very little ability to communicate. Watch for your teammates as well. Pay attention if they seem to be dizzy, doing something odd, if they're on the sidelines or somewhere on the field throwing up. Definitely get the athletic trainer's attention, get the coach's attention, work together to stay safe. All right. Do you have any other suggestions to share? If you're an athletic trainer or a team doctor, I'd love to hear your perspective. If you're a football player or parent of a football player, share your thoughts. In the comments below this video, let us know what you think, other ideas that you have, so we can all learn from you. If you like videos like this, and you want more information on sports and exercise injuries, injury treatments, and injury prevention, subscribe to my video channel. I record several of these videos every single week. I occasionally do live videos where you can leave comments, and ask questions live of me. Really fun, really educational and helpful, and you can get all of that by subscribing to my channel. Click the subscribe button on the upper right corner of the page. Thank you so much for watching. It's really important that kids stay safe as we start football practice in this heat and humidity. I look forward to seeing you right here next time.